Most people look at an old car and see problems, or even feel some shame and embarrassment. High mileage, outdated design, no giant touchscreen. But what if the person driving a 15, 20, 25-year-old car is actually winning? The truth is, new cars are designed to impress strangers. Old cars are here to protect your freedom. We live in this modern, fast-paced, one-click, all digital, instant gratification kind of world. And if you strip all that away and remove the pressure to constantly upgrade and impress people, buying an old car not only could be one of the greatest financial decisions you can make, but also is a great tool to help you with emotional and mental satisfaction. Let's break this down into 4 perspectives that completely change how you see car ownership, and maybe even freedom itself. The average car payment today is around $750 a month. That's $9,000 a year, not accounting for insurance costs, which is significantly higher on new cars. That money doesn't build your wealth. It actually feeds depreciation. A new car loses thousands of dollars the moment you drive it off the lot. What about an old car? Well, most of that depreciation already happened. I just mentally cannot comprehend an idea of paying $1,000 every 30 days on a new car, while on top of that expense, the car is losing its value as I am paying for it every single month. Crazy. You must protect your money. Cash flow is oxygen, and an old car lets you have that oxygen and lets you breathe. The real wealth isn't about what people see. It's about what they don't. With an old car, no bank can come after you and take your car in case you lose your job or your income drops, which means you are in control. There is no 5-year obligation hanging over your head like there is when you finance a car, which means no stress. If you want to sell your car tomorrow, you totally can without even asking for anyone's permission. There is power in owning something outright. That's what real wealth is. It is defined by financial independence, having options, and security. New cars hide everything behind screens and sensors. Old cars teach you how things work, what maintenance actually costs, how to diagnose problems, how to negotiate repairs. Even if you never held a wrench in your hand and have no mechanical skills like myself, you become smarter as a consumer. You stop being intimidated by dealerships and mechanic shops. You stop blindly approving $1,200 service bills. You gain competence. And competence over time builds your confidence. And then there's an opportunity that old cars create, and most people completely miss it. An old car can be a cheap commuter, a side hustle flip, a project that increases in value, a platform to learn negotiation skills, or even the foundation for a business. Personally, I have leaned into that with old cars the most. I learned a life essential skill of communicating, specifically with buyers and sellers, and turned my love for old cars into a great side hustle of flipping cars. And this specific example is a prime example where it's not only a great flip project, but also can be a great investment opportunity where you buy a car like this and sit on it and see it grow in value over time. Driving an old car also forces you to separate ego from utility. Instead of keeping up with Joneses and wondering if this car impresses people, you start asking, does this serve me? And that mindset trickles down to everything else you do in life, like how and what you spent your money on, how you invested, what other lifestyle choices you make, and what kind of people you want to be surrounded with. In a world addicted to upgrades, endless debt, and status, choosing simplicity is a power move. An old car doesn't lower your status. It raises your leverage because the person who needs less controls more.